you could tell that in Murder Mystery 2, it was full of like, we're going to set up this scene so the next scene can take place in another location, and then it'll be even funnier after we move the same group of people to another location because we have to set up the jokes. Hey everyone, welcome back to Candid Cinema. I'm Amanda, otherwise known as AMX ND Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. First and foremost, if you guys didn't catch my review of Tetris, I wanted to say it again at the top of this video that I am so blessed to have such wonderful people in my community because I just hit 900 subscribers and I'm still blown away by this, guys. I don't know, I hope it sticks. I really do. I know that it's a bit premature for me to say it, but I am just blown away by the support from all of you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for following me on other platforms so we can actually have such awesome discussions about the movies that we love and the TV shows that we love. I really appreciate it. And there's so much more to come. There's so many great movies coming out this year. So I'm really excited to make more content with you guys. And I'm just excited that we get to talk about everything we love in this industry. So yeah, I just want to thank you all. So today I will be reviewing Murder Mystery 2. I'm going to start off by saying that I love Adam Sandler and I love Jennifer Aniston. The first one was fun. And it's hard to recapture the same magic as the first one because you're kind of doing the same thing. So if you're doing the same thing in a sequel, you obviously need a better location, which they did. The entire budget went to this location. It went to these massive houses. It went to this phenomenal resort. And that's where it went. That's where this budget went. The practical effects weren't that strong either. The action scenes were edited not in the best way. Again, like the first one felt a lot more like Clue. But you had obviously Adam Sandler's character as the cop who knew how to navigate the investigation, whereas in this one, they changed the story entirely, and now they are private investigators. Both of them, husband and wife, are PIs. Not really trained to be PIs, but they're reading this book. They try to learn from reading this book, and they do. Don't get me wrong. There's like little tidbits, but they just gave up kind of on living their own lives. It just felt really messy, and it felt like, okay, let's just make a second one for the hell of it, because Adam Sandler would do that, and that's fine. I mean, I think Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston are just so natural together on screen that they can literally be in anything, and I'll believe that they're in a relationship, that they're a couple. I think that's what kind of carries this. But the thing for me is that the first one was actually funny. The reason why A, comedy is personal, B, there is a certain way to set up jokes that don't look like they're being set up for a punchline or being set up in a location in order to make something else funny later on. You could tell that in Murder Mystery 2, it was full of like, we're going to set up this scene so the next scene can take place in another location, and then it'll be even funnier after we move the same group of people to another location because we have to set up the jokes. And I think that that's the part. And that happens early on because the pacing is really bad in this. And it doesn't flow. It feels like we're introducing this character, joke, 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 joke. This is how it's connected to something else. And I'm like, okay, there's no flow to this story, unfortunately. And I think that's why it was so hard to get through. There are some good moments. There's one scene in a van when they do end up getting like kidnapped because they have a briefcase full of money in order to save their best friend, Vic, who got abducted from his own wedding that, he invited them to on this island. So it's a bit jumbled, but there's also no fun to be had while watching this, unfortunately. And I don't want to say that because I love them both so much. I love Adam Sandler so much, but I just think that the jokes not landing, there being too many jokes, and then you're literally seeing them set up the jokes. That's not what a Sandler picture is made up of. And I think that the more he makes, the more he strays away from what made his earlier films incredibly strong with Happy Madison. So I feel like there's just a way of pumping things out because you can versus like pumping things out because they're good and you care about it. No offense to them, I swear to God, but it's just, it feels like they just made this to make it. And it's because the first one did so well. And then Netflix is also guilty of making sequels to things that do not need sequels. They don't, because they were great on their own. Let them be great on their own. So I think that the movie section, the movie portion on the streaming service is kind of suffering from that. And the comedies are really starting to get stale. Let's bring back like theatrical studio comedies, please and thank you, because it's really tough. And again, no offense to James Vanderbilt, who wrote this screenplay, but it wasn't sticking for me. It could work for you. Again, comedy is personal. I can't say that. So unfortunately, because it was kind of a drag to sit through and you're just watching it to figure out at the end of the day who actually wanted to kidnap Vic. And I guess the cast of characters was really good. Were fun, but again, like the little tidbits of who, the personality is, their backstory, like that was just thrown into the mix. It wasn't like we stayed with these characters or, they slowly revealed who they were. It's more of like, we're going to tell you everything about them just to like quickly wrap this up. And the thing is that the pacing is so fast that you're just like going with the flow at that point. You're like, oh, okay, this is what's happening. This is believable. And then it just keeps flipping. And that's where like it doesn't really stick with you. Like there's only one scene, like the van scene is probably one of my favorites. I think that was just really fun for Jennifer Aniston. The whole thing at the Eiffel Tower was really cool. I think seeing Jennifer Aniston do some action moves, it was really fun for her, and it's out of her comfort zone really. So I like that she was the one handling it more so than Sandler. It's also odd to kind of see Sandman holding a gun and doing that stuff, but there was just something about Jennifer Aniston stepping out and really being the heroine in Murder Mystery 2 that I just loved so much about this. No offense to Sandler, I love him to death, but I just think Jen driving it just made it better for me because I love her. So unfortunately, my love for Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston cannot save the rating that I'm about to give Murder Mystery 2. Which is a 1.5 out of 5. And I'm really sorry. I didn't enjoy it. It makes me so sad because I really liked the first one. But yeah, that's my rating. Let me know in the comments below if you liked Murder Mystery 1 or 2 better. I need to know this. Let me know if I'm being too harsh on this movie because I feel like I am and I'm sorry. Also, in the comments below, I want to know what your favorite Adam Sandler movie is because I will have a ranking video of my top 5 Sandman movies dropping very soon because I love them and you guys need to watch more Sandman movies. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. You can always follow me over at AMX NJ Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. If you guys want to help out the channel and help me grow, you can check that out in the bio below. And I'll catch you guys next time. Keep watching movies.